So between this data, between survey works, we're gathering this information and we're using it to affect change.
And I would argue lazy tonight because, you showed how many parents had multiple kids.
Yeah.
You're talking about 1,600 households, but it's really not.
Yeah.
It's probably more like 13 or 12. Think about all the work that has to be done.
My only point now is this, and that is, I'm thinking that in this town, your more engaged parents are probably going to be more likely to respond to this. That's all. That's why I'm hesitant to get too enamored with the numbers because, again, I think your more engaged parents are the ones responding. The ones who aren't are probably not responding. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just kind of.
No, look, and I would say that from your cohort, this is one of the larger responding groups that we've seen. And we've done these surveys in places like Warwick or Cumberland or Oroville. We haven't gotten the same percentage-wise response rate.
Actually, what I was most surprised is the elementary for those response rate. You'd think the elementary would be your highest response rate. So that's a sort of a curious thing.
No, it was 46.
I mean, how long?
Right.
So what we typically do with these results is we work those into your existing communications plan to know that, okay, these are the 3 targeted information areas that parents are looking to receive information from. We went on to that slide about the school department updates, student news and achievements, and then calendar listings and events. So those are things that we'll weave into the existing communications plan. We'll certainly take out any piece of the strategic plan and fit into that communications plan as well. And then from the other areas of where parents prefer to get that information, working on the website, on Facebook, on the texting, on email, and so forth, to make sure the parents are getting the information they want, but also getting it via the tool that they prefer to use.
If I may.
I am a school committee person that is on this committee and working with Justin. And I have to say that the entire administrative team was there, was very excited about these results because it just showed to us that we were definitely doing something right. And I don't want to take words out of your mouth, but I did write down a few things that you said when you presented this to us. You said that the students are great, the parents are supportive, and the teachers are caring. And we are one of the best kept secrets in Northern Rhode Island. We're more like an independent school than a public school.
That's right.
So we were really quite enthused by these results.
Yeah. You do have a tremendous, at this snapshot in time, you've got tremendous support from your parents for what's happening in the schools. And that is something you all should be pretty proud of.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Is there any public or community comments? Then jump to the consent agenda. I'd like to start 9 and 10. Does anybody else want to do anything about the consent agenda? Well, I need a motion to approve or recommend, depending on what it says in the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda except for 9 and 10.
So moved.
Motion to make. Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lombardi?
Yes.
Mrs. Charette?
Yes.
Mr. Connell?
Yes.
Mrs. Johannes? Yes. Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mrs. Mayo?
Yes.
Mrs. Laura? Yes. Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, so in regards to item number 9, well, let me just jump to 10 first. Item number 10 is for Hallowell School natural gas. Is this something that we're going to be approving and then handing over to the town at some point, or how does that work?
I admit I'm not thoroughly familiar with this one. My focus has been on number 9.
Great.
Lisa, do you,
Right, I just saw number 10, I saw Hallowell School natural gas. Looks like it's in
temporary contract might take us through the summer?
this is temporary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until we officially vote to turn over Hallowell to the town, it's still our responsibility for
Right.
utilities.
I just didn't want to, if we were signing a year contract, I don't think the contract myself, but if we were going forward with a year contract, I want to make sure the town's on board with it. That was my question. So it's temporary?
Yes.
In regards to the electricity, I did get the contract. I did make adjustments, or alterations to the contract. I did send it to Ben, he made additional alterations. At this point, I would not, and I believe that whoever the consultant is, said that the changes would most likely not be accepted by the vendor, or there would be additional costs. I have to be honest with you, I will not support this. I have no problem having a discussion. I don't know if anybody else has it in their packet. It was presented in their packet. There was just some, and if nobody else has it, I'll just say, there was some language where we would be penalized for doing things, but they wouldn't be. There's a 30-day termination, but then there's a penalty to terminate. There was if they failed to supply us electricity for 30 days, we would have no rights against them. They changed it to 10, but so if they just stopped producing electricity to us, we would not have any right against them for any damages. It's now 10 days, maybe that's acceptable, I don't know. But they were just late fees, which I don't think we should be paying. So this is what I would actually recommend, unless if the committee wants to go forward on this contract, that's fine. I would rather give some type of authorization. Obviously, we need energy as soon as possible. But to maybe, there were I believe four vendors that bid. They were the lowest vendor. I've never heard of them. Direct Energy was one of them, like $3,000 or $4,000 more. I would just like to say, if we can resolve it with any of these vendors, obviously starting at the lowest bid and going up, that would be great. But in its the way it is right now, I would not support it. So I don't know what the rest of the committee would like to do.
It says that this is time sensitive, is what it says in the background information, that it's time sensitive.
It was a rate that they locked in
Right.
Based on the industry rates at that time.
Right.
They've since gone up a little bit, but they could go back down. But, one of the things I'll just say, I'm not advocating for this contract over any others. So we do have an energy consultant. They do handle the RFPs, taking a look at trends and where things are now. And this is one that they vetted. They made recommendations. They actually went back to the company that was named to have some changes made. But I have to say, low cost isn't always everything. If there are parts of this contract you're uncomfortable with, maybe the next one up meets the needs. It's fine. If you want to go back to the drawing board or do something temporary to keep electrical in our schools while we take a look at something that's more conducive to what you're comfortable with, that's fine.
I think one of the biggest concerns here is that, as the chair said, there's a clause in this contract that states that for student damages, if the company just stops producing electricity for whatever reason in the course of 10 days. Is that standard? I mean, is that something the energy consultant mentions ever?
My understanding is that the language in this contract is pretty standardized. That there was nothing that stood out that no other company has, had. So, but again, this is why we have an energy consultant to go through the minutia of this industry, we're not experts.
Mr. Chair, I'm going to support you on the position, but I remember having a call, all I care about was this, how, if we don't get this signed, how pending is it? I mean, are the lights going out? What are the lights going out, so to speak, if we don't sign this? What do we, is there a date that it runs out by?
So I don't think the lights will ever go out. I mean, superintendent.
I meant that.
But what I'm saying is, all right, so they got back to us today saying that the changes, that I guess the consultant said the changes were unacceptable. Now again, these changes are both from Ben and myself, and Ben agreed with all the changes that I made. It was under an emergency situation for me to sign it. I refused to sign it. I don't believe we should be paying late fees. If we sign the document late, they can recover damages, and I'm like, it's already late. Like, so they can. So again, I may be overlooking the way maybe everything will work fine, and I'm okay with that. But I just wanted to have some additional room, and I'm going to say this is going to be signed. If we authorize it tonight, it'll be signed. I'm going to say within 48 hours. I just maybe with this company, maybe with the second company, and I think from the first to the fourth company, is it $4,000 a year maybe difference? If I recall, and I'm just going off the top of my head. I just didn't like all of these stipulations or clauses, or and again, Ben, I didn't even touch the one that had the business days where we could recover. Ben's the one that caught that, but you know, we have a 30-day termination. If we terminate, then they can penalize us 0.07 cents a kilowatt. Well, why do we have a termination clause then?
No, I agree with your concerns. I just was asking, is there a date? We're talking about time to renegotiate. Is there a time frame where we have to have something locked in, or is this just about locking in the price?
I think the price moves every day. I mean, that's my understanding.
So, right. So, if we don't, the only thing we risk is that by not signing this, is that we may down the road be looking to put something in and go for a higher price. That's really our big concern.
Now, but what I'm saying is that this should be signed very quickly. It's just, obviously, I don't want to ask for it to be continued, and then we go to next month. But I do want if the committee can vote it through, which is if they so choose to do, or we can vote to give me some type of authorization to go to this bidder or maybe the next bidder pending notification to the committee. I'm uncomfortable with this.
Well, I have a question. Do you think that any other company is going to go along with these changes? Is that your hope?
Well, my concern is, one is, I've never seen one from National Grid. Now, National Grid may be 10 times more money, but I haven't seen one of these with National Grid. I know that at least the city of Providence, and I guess we do business with Direct Energy. We've never done business with this company, and I'm just concerned that I think everybody hears the horror stories about, individually, I changed my rate, I changed my electric bill, and then a year later it gets jumped up, and then when you try to cancel it, there's a penalty clause. That's what's factoring into my mind. That's the only thing. I don't know what this company does, and I don't want to, sign up for the lowest company right now, and then either have them default somehow, or in 3 years when we're done with this contract, have them go out with a $100,000 termination clause.
So I'm assuming the termination clause that you said to me there, that sort of rationale.
Right.
I mean, my personal opinion would be fine with giving you the authorization, but at the end of the day, I would be following what the consultant says. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know what this agreement will look like compared to Direct Energy or any of the other companies that bid on it. So, that would be, I know it's a quick turnaround, but I would still hope that we would go to the experts and make sure that we're doing what they think makes most sense.
The expert that's recommending this.
I know. I'm not comfortable But I mean, like I said, I have no problem giving the authorization to the superintendent, to the chair, but I feel like, I don't know what it is that you're not comfortable with relative to what if we had the other contract right in front of us?
Sure.
What would we be seeing? Would we be seeing the same things? And I don't know that.
Right, and I agree with you, and I haven't had that opportunity myself. But let me just, I mean, this, so the early, and this is, something that I just crossed out, and they won't accept it. Early termination payment formula. Termination value is equal to the remaining contract quantity lines the greater of, which I don't know what that means, contract price less market price at the time of the termination, or 0.007 cents a kilowatt, plus any actual cost incurred and not recovered as a pass-through cost as a result of an event of default. I have no idea what that means.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry. Mr. Chairman, just to cut you off, I just say, so right now we have Liberty and Power in front of us. You referenced it earlier, some options. Right now, what are you looking for at this point? I know you referenced about a motion to perhaps give you some discretion along the superintendent to
Sure.
either continue negotiations with this company or to pursue something else with Silent Sherpa.
I think it's, if I could, if somebody could make a motion to review the proposals of the electricity RFQ and make the proper award based on between the chairman, maybe the superintendent and the solicitor as what's in the best interest of town.
So moved exactly what you said.
Second, and the consultant, right? I'm still in the energy consultant, or no? Feel like there's something?
I'm not a big fan of consultants.
Then why do you have it?
I don't know. To be honest, motion's been made, and let's have a discussion. So the consultant is Silent Sherpa?
Silent Sherpa,
Right.
yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I know that they've been around for a while.
Had over
They do-
years.
I have no idea who they are, who they work for.
They do many schools.
Right. And I think electricity is exempt on the state regulations, right? Because otherwise, how come this has been bid?
They are going out.
Yeah, they don't represent our bidding. So I don't want to get deep into this, but
So it was
we did. They don't bid.
It was Silent Sherpa put out the RFP, received the bids, went through it, and made the recommendation as to which one they thought was the best.
Which they went with the lowest.
Right.
This one also happens to
To
be
be
the
honest, there
lowest,
may be other factors, I don't know.
which,
I don't have their scoring rubric, how they rate everything.
I would be interested to see if there's, perhaps maybe the next bid up would have lesser stipulations, perhaps maybe with a higher rate, but I would rather at this point pay a slightly higher rate and have all of these stipulations
Like I said,
imposed.
price is just one factor, and if you're not comfortable with some of the other factors, we can have them take a look at the next contract, the next in line, and,
I'm just afraid that in the course of trying to manage these stipulations, we very well may then what the difference would be between this and this. So over time, I guess I wish we had a couple of, I guess we had the contracts lined up next to each other.
Sure.
I would have felt much better.
So from what I understand, or at least what was sent to me, was, I'm only going off my memory, is that the difference between the four contracts was about $4,000 from the highest to the lowest per year.
That's not.
So if this company, if we're comfortable with this company, I have no problem going forward. It's just, it was put in front of me, asked me to sign it as an emergency bid, and I said, I'm not comfortable. Now, it's before the full committee. I'm not comfortable, I'm still not comfortable with it. If the committee wants to go forward, I have no problem going forward. Either as is or with me trying to figure out what the best situation is, including, Mr. C, who will get involved and everything else.
Are you comfortable with the delay, and do you think that Alan will be comfortable with the delay?
Yeah. I don't have any horse in this race, you know, it's, we have a company, they put out the RFP, they made a recommendation, they said, hey, if you sign now, we lock in this, what they thought was an incredible rate. That rate may have already passed, there may be a different rate. You know, there may be the difference between this company and another company, was that amount on that day or that week or whatever the trend was, and it may be different now, so.
I'm just.
I'd rather everybody is comfortable signing, you know, but going into an agreement.
I just don't know if this is a standard contract and if the stipulations are going to be the same. So I guess it would be good to look at the contracts side by side.
Well, why don't you put everybody, you'll continue, if I understand the motions, what the motion is said, our solicitor, our superintendent, and the chair are gonna look into this, negotiate, and see what is the best deal that we can achieve with either this company or some of the other bidders. And any reason why you just can't come back to us with a recommendation and we just vote on it at the next meeting?